morning, my beautiful, beautiful diamond. SheilaTruelove here with you. It's Monday, and as usual, I'm always scrolling through things so I can help keep you current in what's going on in the world today and how people are currently thinking, so that we can definitely have a critical review of what's going on in the minds of not only men, but in the minds of people all over the world. And I'm listening to, I think this is Farrakhan, and he's saying how, and the reason why a lot of the men want women to work is so they don't have to work, or because they're living beyond their means. Personally, you already know how I feel about women having their own money, and I don't want a woman to ever buy into it's okay for you not to have your own money, and it's okay for your whole survival and your children's whole survival to depend on a man. Don't make that mistake, honey, because every time I hear a man constantly trying to promote women, and they're coming at it in the sneaky way, in the snakish way, but always have your own money. Even if he insists on paying all the bills, that would never be me, but to each his own. But let me share this with you.
Men in this world like working women because you don't want to work. Well, it takes two of us. Oh, shut up. Damn it, the only reason it takes two is because you want to live beyond your means. Some of you know your woman is pregnant and you push her out. You got to go to work, girl. But what the hell are you for? Your job, after you make her pregnant, is to work your behind off so she can rear your child. Well, today's economics doesn't allow that. Wrong. If you want to work for McDonald's, that won't allow it. But if you want to use your creative juices to create something that will bring money into your house, it is unlimited what you can do. And I'm not talking about selling drugs or pimping. Men in this world like working women because you don't want to work.
Well, I'm not going to say that it's because the man don't want to work. It's because he wants to make sure that a woman is self-sufficient and that a woman is not just using him for money. I was looking at Kendra G this morning, and there was this guy on there. Let's just call him Mr. Gemini, because he was a Gemini. And he says he's looking for a woman who's making at least $85,000, between $80,000 and $85,000. Now, I frown on that part. I think that anytime a man is looking for a woman who makes more than $50,000, if she makes $50,000, that should suffice. And then Kendra G says, well, as a man and as a provider, why would you be concerned with how much money that a woman makes? And I agree with his answer. He said it's not about me, depending on her for money, what have you, because her money will be her money and my money is what's going to handle the household. I just want to make sure that she's self-sufficient and that she's not just looking for a meal ticket. Now, if she has her own money and she could carry her own weight, then I know that she's interested in me and truly me. So I agreed with him on that area. I just didn't agree with the amount that he was asking for. I think if a woman is making at least $50,000, depending on where you live, but that's enough for you to take care of yourself when it comes to having your needs, a little bit of savings, even in this day and age, even in this time. But for women to think that it's okay to depend on a man financially, no. Now, and I understand. See, I'm really focusing on, a lot of the people are focusing on women who still want children. I'm focusing on women who you already have children. That's already done. Or you already like 40 and up. You're past that stage of wanting to have children. That's the real audience that I think I was hoping I was talking to. I got to look at the analytics to see which audience am I targeting. Because if you want to have children, I always feel that a man should make at least 6 figures because children are expensive. Babysitters, because she has to go back to work. I want her to work. Always have your own money, please. I can't put enough emphasis on that. And you have a lot of men this day and age who's coming out of the woodwork trying to trap women and keep women in bondage, because if he's paying all the bills, he gets to call all the shots. And I keep trying to get women to understand that. And I'm sure the women who are already woke, they get it. They understand where I'm coming from. That's my baby, my baby oil on me. I took a nice shower this morning. And, this sitting around here. Now, if you're pregnant, of course, at jobs or at your place of employment, they have maternity leave where you could take maternity leave and you still get a certain portion of your pay, what have you. Or you have women now who are working from home and they're making stupid money, crazy money, and they're wise enough to save their money. But I still say, look, honey, when you're not paying anything, everything is his. It's his house, it's his this, it's his that. And you're talking about so she could stay at home and rear your children. He's supposed to be helping to raise the children too. This is supposed to be a 50-50 deal. He does 50% of the cooking. He does 50% of the cleaning. He's supposed to do most of the child rearing according to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4. He's supposed to be doing most of that anyway. If you're going to follow things according to the way God and Jesus Christ said it's supposed to be, nothing is the way it's supposed to be. You fathers are supposed to be bringing up these children. So yes, it's imperative for a woman to have your own money, sweetheart. Don't buy into this. A lot of these men are saying, let her, depend on me. I'm the breadwinner. I'm making all the money. No. Because then he has total control over you. And even when he says you could keep your money is your money, you get used to that. You get comfortable with that. And then when he's telling you to cut off friends and cut off family, you're like, well, he pays all my bills. Are you willing to pay all of my bills like he does? So he got you trapped because he got you so used to that. Well, if you're not going to pay my bills, then I have to cut you off because he's paying all my bills. So you see how he has control? Do you see how crafty? Satan, the devil, is very, very crafty. And if you're not alert, and if you don't have a spiritual eye, sweetheart, I always pray to God. Let me tell you what I pray every day. I always pray for God to increase my faith and to strengthen my faith. And I always, always pray to my Heavenly Father for wisdom and insight, and to always help me to see through these serpents out here. Help me to see straight through them. And I see what these men are trying to accomplish. They're trying to make women become more dependent, and they're trying to make you need him. We need Jehovah. We need Jesus Christ. We need air, food, water, clothing, shelter. Those are the things that we need. Because without them, we perish. But when it comes to you having to need an imperfect man who's very shallow, very superficial, very fickle, their mood swings. 1 minute they want you, next minute they don't. You see, I'm the type of woman, I want a man who needs me. If you don't need me, that means I'm easily replaceable. And if a man is not submissive, honey, listen, please hear me. If he's not submissive, you're going to have problems. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 21, it clearly says, submit to one another. And a man is supposed to submit to Jesus Christ, his head. Who's the head over man? Jesus. And if he's not submissive, he's going to be selfish. Everything he's going to do is not to benefit the both of you. It's going to be to benefit him. And when it comes to these men talking about they're looking for peace, now that's the new things. I want her to be my peace. What brings him peace is for everything to go his way. He could do anything and treat you any kind of way, and you just shut up about it. Go sit in the corner and shut up and don't take away from my peace. You got to be careful with that too. What brings you peace? Everything got to be your way? That's a problem. I'm just saying, stay woke, stay alert. Satan is crafty. Sheila loves you, and so does Jehovah and Jesus, and always pray for wisdom.